It's time for Jumcraft! Alright, well, I've got these two spawners, so let's make something out of them. First thing I want to do is open this space up, and I'm going to clear out the floor and just open it all the way up to the sky for the size that will be spawning. And how you find that, reading some more tutorials, find a little bit easier way, is you just hit F3 and look at your F value, which is your facing, which is the direction, and you want to dig 4 spaces away from the spawner block on the 1 and 2, and then 3 on the 3 and 0. So let's clear that out. Okay, we got that clear, and so now I'm going to clear out the ceiling, and you can see I already broke one block out here, and there's just sand pretty much uniformly or not one layer above, and I could spend a lot of time digging all that sand out, but there's an easier way. We're just going to lay some torches down here, and I'll show this real quick. When sand blocks fall, any of the falling blocks, sand or gravel, will land on top of a torch. It just breaks it because it can't occupy that solid space. So that's a real quick way to get rid of sand when you're digging up underneath a desert area, and it looks damn cool too. Yeah. Sand. All right. Alright, so that'll take care of that. And let's just throw this water down here. Save these torches that I can. And just real quick, pick up all these torches. Alright, so we got that one done. At least open up to the surface. And I need to open up the one that's over there too. But I'm probably going to have to go to sleep and come back tomorrow. Because I don't want a creeper dropping down on here and blowing up my delicious treasure of my dungeon zombie spawners, because that would just suck. And there's no way to get that back. You can't pick those up. You can't get them unless you're going to cheat, air quotes, and just throw one in the inventory with an inventory editor. But you know, I don't really want to do that, so let's just keep this legit. Probably be a good idea to light this up though, so they don't come back in the morning with this place filled with zombies. I mean, they'll all die in the sunlight anyway, but they don't have to pick up all their rotten flesh, and it's just a headache I don't need. Alright, that's done. Alright, well, night is falling again, so I'm going to have to haul ass, but this is finished, and it's a good distance further down than that one. But you can see it's still spinning, it's still active, so I'm still pretty confident that I'm going to be able to activate these both at the same time from somewhere up on the surface. Now it's just a matter of digging out some of the surrounding area and finding a good spot that will activate both that I can work with here. That's not hopefully directly over them, because I want the zombies to be within reach, and if they're directly over, it'll prevent them from spawning anymore. So that'll be something to work on in the morning. I'm also, as I work on this, I really should erect some kind of barrier so I don't have to keep going in and sleeping at night, so I can just work through the night on this. But that's for tomorrow, because right now my picking arms are tired. I can hear the monsters mumbling and grumbling in the desert. I needs me a nap. Nope, not tonight, skeletons. You have fun shooting at each other. Nope, I'm going to bed. Get out of here. Get out of my town. No, no, no. I'm back again. I'm going to clear some of this area out here. That way I can even this out a little bit and set up a defensive perimeter here so I can work on this stuff in relative safety. Alright, that's good enough for now. And running through the desert, collecting all the cactus I can get a hold of. And just kind of set up a wall around these. Yeah, cactus is great for this if you're in the desert because it doesn't take any tool, it doesn't take anything to pick them up. And you can just set up a wall like this, and you have to alternate them like this because cactuses you can't plant them next to another block, and if you put another block next to it, it just pops. So you can't have any blocks directly next to them, so you gotta kind of wave these back and forth. But that's fine. They're not real hard to work with. They don't require water or anything. They just need sand to grow on. And just steal you. I like to leave, you know, the last stump on the cactus there. I like to think of myself as some sort of nature conservationist. Even though I will kill every, you know, pig and cow that I see, but is that really so bad? Alright, we're going to need to leave some space open here. Pretty much, you know, just chill here and wait. Nothing's going to spawn on top of these, and, you know, they'll grow on their own up to 3 tall, so that's a pretty handy wall. And what's really great is when mobs are dumb enough to just walk right into them and kill themselves trying to get you. So, yeah, that I enjoy. I enjoy the wailing, their suffering cries. So we're going to dig this down a little bit here. I'm just going to chew this area out along this path and try and find a good midpoint between these. And the reason I need to chew this down is so I can see both points. So, yeah, I got big plans for this area. Big plans. Alright, so I've dug that area out enough so I can see both of them, and you can see right now where I'm at on this square, that zombie spawner is not active, and that one is. You know it's active? Well, you got flames coming out of it and shit rolling around inside of it, and that's how it tells you it's active. So we step over this way, and it's active. Too far this way, inactive. So it's pretty much this block need to be on, and this is pretty well center-ish, so we've got some flexibility here. Alright, next up here we're going to roof this off. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. So I'm going to set up this new glowstone lamp, redstone lamp. And this will allow me to toggle the lights on and off, and I've got a pattern, don't want that one there, that I think will keep this room covered in enough light so that stuff won't spawn. So pretty much I'm just building I heard something walking up there. Can hear him shifting around, but I think I'm gonna be alright. Yep. Oh, no, he's coming for me. Cactuses did not grow up enough. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm sitting here editing this footage together, and I didn't even really notice when I was recording this, but the new pathfinding that they've coated these guys with is just fantastic. Here we got a zombie and a skeleton managed to hop over a low-hanging cactus wall, climb down into the pit, and instead of taking the stupid direct route to me that would just lead them down the floor where they couldn't get at me, they actually wound their way through the cave that connects the two spawners in an effort to get to me. That's really clever, and that's really impressive programming. I didn't even notice that when I was playing through. I didn't even think about it until I sat here and watched. You can see that zombie walk in there. You know, I just thought that deserves some recognition because that's something that I think would be easy to miss. If you've played a lot of games, you just get used to, you know, semi-decent pathfinding abilities or really shitty pathfinding abilities. And I think they've done something really good with this here. Ow. I told you before, this is my house now. Okay, so I got the roof set up there. What we're going to do is we're going to go one in from the corner and replace that block with the redstone lamp. I was watching a video earlier, and they were putting 1, 2, or 3 spaces in, but I don't think that would cover it enough, especially once you add the trench in. Okay, so I got these lamps, and obviously they're not on right now. I'm going to need to power these somehow. That's why I got my redstone dust. Really easy to power. And like so. Now I just need to make myself switch. And this is just to get it set up. I'm going to have a more featured system, like a remotely controlled system, probably up there where the spawner will be once I get this more put together. But for now, this is good. Close this back off for the mow. So that's set, and the idea is that this will prevent zombies from spawning because it'll keep this room at a high enough brightness. So in theory, this room is now bright enough due to those redstone lamps that zombies won't spawn in here, and this gives me some measure of control. One, obviously I did this as like the first step of digging this in, so while I'm working on this now, I'm not going to have to worry about zombies. Shut up. I'm not going to have to worry about zombies jumping in and punching my face in. And secondly, it'll give me some control if I need to walk away or need to do some other work, or just am tired of zombies popping out. I can shut the system down, and that's real handy. And I'm going to go back through my skeleton spawners and add these in, and I got some ideas. I'm going to run the control back out to the main room when I go back and revise that area. But this is, you know, it's not real expensive comparatively. It's basically just a glowstone block surrounded by redstone. So I need, what, 8 redstone? No, 4 redstone, because it's only surrounded on, you know, the 4 main sides, the 4 adjacent sides. So it's 4 redstone and 1 glowstone. We'll make one of these. But for what you get out of it, man, it's worth it, because it used to be if you wanted to have like a toggleable lighting, you'd have to involve some pistons, and the wiring got complicated, and you had to do some different arrangements. So this works pretty well, and it leaves, you know, this whole area flush, so that I don't have a block sticking down here that's going to be taking up any of the spawning area that I like. These two on top serve a dual purpose. It kind of, you know, spreads some more light out. But I'm thinking that perhaps shit can spawn on these, and that might be why I keep seeing creepers in my skeleton trap. So I've seen a lot of videos where they, implicitly tell you just to cover this thing up. So, it works. So I got this one squared. I'm going to do the same thing to the other pit, provided it's not being overrun by horrible shit. So we're going to go take care of that. And somewhere down in here I can hear other zombies, and I don't know if they're on the surface, but I heard them during the day, so I think there's really more cave under this or back that way maybe. Not quite sure. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta blow up my shit. Not today, creeps. Not today. These guys just really, really want to party. I said no, damn it. Alright. Just checking, because these cactuses haven't fully grown yet, so not quite 100% safe, but that's fine. You notice this? Did you notice something? I was actually prepared this time. I actually had exactly the number of these lamps that I needed. I actually planned ahead, counted things out, worked it out ahead of time. Almost as though I had a plan, but I probably don't. What I'm thinking right now is I'm going to have those water chutes that will carry the zombies up come across on opposite sides here and just kind of carry over an arch and then just drop down directly onto me, and I'll kind of build around that. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this project. Excited about killing a whole bunch of zombies and just just murdering them to pieces with my healing potions, just like I do the skeletons. That works out very well. But I'm also really interested to see what the drop rate is on their new special drops for myself. I've read some stuff about it, but I'm really curious to see, and if it pans out, it could be useful. Though based on what I read, I don't think I'm going to be getting like too much extra stuff out of it. But anything I get would be cool. I think I read they drop iron shovels, some iron armor like iron helmets, and sometimes iron ingots. And the rotten flesh, that's not too bad either. I can eat that, and even though it has a pretty good chance of poisoning me, that's a risk you have to take when you're eating rotting human flesh. You just gotta live with it. Don't eat rotten human flesh if you're not prepared for the consequences. I mean, you're not gonna turn into the Wendigo here. You're not gonna become some kind of Grey Robin Ghoul, because it's not like those villagers even have graves. It's not like they even drop anything. But man, what a sweet mod that would be if the villagers drop juicy meat shanks. That would actually provide some purpose then, aside from target practice. Well, anyway, that'll wrap it up for this time. So tune in next time when we continue working on this double zombie spawner and see if we can't turn this horrible mess here into something horribly satisfying. Thanks and goodbye.